jersey too.
Really?
It's got the Super Bowl on it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Dope.
It's pretty fit.
That's super dope because you get your first one away to a boy.
The black one.
That one was dope. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Make sure we're good. Hey, welcome to the 24K Life Podcast. I'm your host, Derick Gant. And today we have an amazing special guest. You know, we've only done a couple of these deals live with the guest in-house, and today's one of those days. You know, the 24K Life is all about you positioning yourself for greatness. Your mind, your body, your money, your brand, your health. So we want to understand that in order to be 24K, you have to be willing to do the work. And today we brought somebody who is the epitome of doing the work. Dallas Gant. Dallas?
What's up, man?
What's up? What's good? This is better than all that smoke. This is I'm just playing. You know, I love watching Kevin Garnett do his thing, man. Don't nobody interview. Have you ever seen Kevin Garnett interview?
No.
Oh my God. Good. You get a chance to watch Kevin Garnett's podcast, man. That dude is off the chain.
I'm sure.
Yeah, him and Charles Barkley, they just truth tellers. Yeah. Boy, and they got no, like, I don't want to say they don't have no etiquette, but they just have no filter. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah,
no filter. Yeah. So, you know, we're going to tell you the story of Dallas Gant and give you some behind the scenes of his journey and what it has taken him to get to where he is. And where he is they just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man.
What? What? So let's start at the beginning. So when you look back at your high school career, right? What comes up for you as an experience?
Yeah. So I was the second one under Coach P, who was our coach, to be a varsity as a freshman, and so that's kind of where it started.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Man, I hate you, man, because I would have the accolades of being the starting varsity as a sophomore.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, Coach B, I'm grateful for Coach P for allowing me to give me the opportunity to play out there as a little kid, not knowing what I'm doing and anything like that. And then it all really began against Whitmer my freshman year. I went crazy for some reason and had a great time doing it, and then kind of just continued my freshman year after that, playing and doing fine. And then the summer came around and stuff like that, and going to camps and everything like that.
Yeah.
My name was kind of already out there, and that's when I got my first two offers, and that's when it started.
Your freshman year?
Yeah.
Really? Was it Michigan State?
Nah, it was Kentucky and Toledo my first year.
Kentucky and Toledo. Okay. I don't know why I thought. Was Michigan State the first Big Ten school?
That was the first Big Ten
school. Okay.
First Big Ten school.
So let's just tag this as we go. So what would you tell a high school kid? We got a cousin that plays for Perrysburg, and he's pretty good. I think he plays defensive tackle, I think. But what would you tell a high school kid knowing that you know, the percentage of being able to make it to the top echelon is like 0.0016? I looked it up. So what would you tell him to be focusing on as it pertains to, you know, school and ball and all that in high school?
Yeah. I would definitely say make sure the grades are great, because I've met a lot of people that are good ball players, but just the grades get them and they can't go to where they want to go and stuff like that. A lot of BS just comes up when your grades aren't right.
Right.
Next thing I would tell them is just to listen to their coaches. Like, you're not going to get on the field if the coach doesn't trust you and respect you and stuff like that. And so you got to play. So trust your coaches and just do what they say, basically, and get better. Like, if you're a good ball player, they'll find you.
They'll find you?
Yeah.
You know, when I played, what I wish I would have done was worked harder, because, you know, you were the same way. And I'm not saying you should have worked harder. I'm not saying that at all, because I don't know if you should have, shouldn't have. I know I should have, because I just showed up and played. And you were so much better than everybody that you didn't really have to work. You know, I didn't lift weights till I got to college. I ain't work on no speed, no footwork. I didn't do nothing. I showed up, put a helmet on, and played. Yeah. And I wish I would have worked harder, you know, just because I'd have been a better athlete.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So so let's talk about the decision making. You decided to go to Ohio State. How did you decide? You went on a ton of visits and games and recruiting trips. So how did that kind of all come together that you picked Ohio State? And we got our Ohio State talent here, and we're gonna show you what we're gonna do with these at the end of the podcast. But go ahead.
Yeah. So it just took a lot of prayer just to come to that decision, but it's hard to tell Urban Meyer no.
Is that what it boiled down to?
That's what it boils down to. But
okay.
No, it's a great organization, a great school. You know that you're going there, you're competing for championships.
Yeah.
You know that they're a flush for getting guys to the NFL. It gives you everything you want. And an Ohio kid, just going to Ohio State and everything. And so it boiled down to be a pretty easy decision to go to Ohio State.
All right, so listen to this, y'all. I don't know if you know this, and I'm sure you guys don't know this. There's no way you could know this. But his dad, myself, and Dallas, and my son Jordan were all Michigan fans.
Yeah.
Right? And my other son, Devin, was Ohio State. He was the only Ohio State fan in the crew. What was your mom? Was she a fan of anybody?
She was neutral.
She was neutral.
Yeah.
So we was mad as hell that everybody in the planet recruited Dallas but Michigan. Yeah. And then Michigan come in last minute talking about, we want you.
Last minute. It's too
late.
Know? It's too late, man.
It was too late, bro.
It's too
late.
Yeah.
So tell me about your freshman year at Ohio State. What was that? I mean, the level change. I mean, you went from high school ball, right, in a mediocre division. I mean, unless you were like playing Cleveland State Eds, so it was a good division, but it wasn't the best. So you weren't at the best to the best college team in the nation, right? What was that level change like, and adapting to that level change?
Yeah, it was a lot faster. That's the main difference between high school and college for me. It just gets a lot faster.
Now, are we talking about the learning curve? Are we talking about on the field?
I'm talking about mostly the learning curve too, but mostly on the field. Just everybody moves faster. Linemen move quicker. Receivers move quicker. Everybody's just faster. Everything happens more like right now.
Okay.
But it doesn't take long. You get in there for a couple reps, get people, put your hands on people and stuff like that.
Right.
You kind of just get used to it. But
if you don't learn how to move fast, you can get knocked the heck out.
Yeah. So learn or get knocked out. It's your choice.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest difference. I think going there to there, and then also the lifestyle. You're going to college. You're in a new town, and a bunch of you're a college kid, and you got to play football, and so you got to adapt to all those factors as well. So it's a big transition for anybody just going from high school to college.
Right. Yep. My favorite story from your college experience was, because you guys got to understand, we live vicariously because we played. When I say we, my brother, his dad, and I, we played in the MAC. So he's in the Big Ten, and so the level change is huge, right? Yeah. So my favorite story was, and I don't know what you guys called it. You can tell everybody what it's called, but when you guys went to eat. And some people got to go eat steak, and some people had to go eat burgers.
Championship meal or whatever.
The championship meal. So tell us about that.
Yeah.
What was that? What was Urban's mind tricks with that?
I think it was like Coach Moriarty, our strength coach.
Okay.
His main thing. But just basically when we go through workouts and stuff, like let's take winter for a period of time because it's between the season and spring ball, but it's just workouts.
Right.
And so you get judged basically on how you work out your effort, your attitude, your strain, a whole bunch of different factors. And then you either go to 3 separate categories, a gold, I think the middle one was like red and the last one was gray or something like that.
Right.
And then that's where the meals came in is the people that were good, which was the red and the gold ones got steaks and stuff like that. And the grays had to eat whatever they had to eat. But that's from, missing or being late or just giving terrible effort and attitude. That's kind of where that comes.
Now didn't you say that, you like during practice that you guys got graded on every play? Was that you guys like they watched every play?
Yeah, they watch every play and give you feedback and stuff like that on every play.
Man, is that a lot of pressure every play?
Yeah,
like even the individual stuff.
Yeah, that's coaching though. That's how you get better. And so you got to watch yourself to get better, to see what you need to work on and stuff like that. And so it's a lot of pressure for practice and stuff like that. But a lot of kids, you got to change your mindset too. It's just they're helping me get better. They're doing their job as coaches.
Yeah, they're not picking on me. They're helping me get better.
Yeah. So that's the only difference.
So what percent take that mindset change? I mean, is it the majority or it's a crapshoot?
It's hard. I mean, it's a crapshoot really. It's depending on what coach you got, where you're at in your career and stuff like that. And so it's sometimes you want to take it as a personal attack, but it's not a personal attack. They're just coaches trying to coach you, and
they're trying to win, keep their job. It's about that money. Keep my job.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So when you go back and you look at your Ohio State experience, what would you think was one of the more like better jewels that you pulled from that experience?
I learned a lot. I learned, just going from high school to college, you learn so much more about football, and you learn how to get around certain situations and stuff like that in terms of all the coaches that you see and stuff like that. They teach you how to, run different schemes and stuff like that. And so you kind of understand the football mind a little more.
Okay.
And so that helped at Ohio State. What it takes to win, obviously, Ohio State's all about winning and stuff like that. And so you take what the good teams and teams that didn't win championships versus the team that did, and you get to kind of see that and see what it takes to win a championship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You learn how to live out on your own, being in college and stuff like that in New City. So there's a bunch of stuff that you get to learn that I've taken with me from Ohio State.
Okay, so without throwing daggers, I'm not trying to put you on the spot for throwing daggers, so you can answer however you want. But what was the difference between Day and Urban?
I think they're growing to be similar in a lot of ways, but I think just having Urban with his last years, I think it was just a different side for me that I get to see because I'm a defensive guy and those are both offensive guys.
Okay.
And so Urban helped a lot with the special teams and stuff like that, and that's how a lot of our interactions came, is because his kickoff and punt are his babies, and so I got to interact with Urban a lot more than I did with Day, and so I can see how they're kind of becoming more similar in a way, but I just had more conversation and talks with Urban.
From the outside looking in, it just looks like Urban is like way more intense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it looks from the outside.
Yeah, that's just who he is.
Is that accurate?
Yeah. That's just how he is. He's intense.
I mean, but that's what I'm asking. What's the difference? So one's is really more intense. Is there? I mean, they both won. So is there? There's no way to say one way is better than the other because they both won.
Yeah. They both know how to win, and so Urban has his philosophy of how he's won over the past years that he's been there.
He's a Bowling Green, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just reminded you.
Yeah. But he has his method, and his method is his method. He's just who he is. And then Day just brings a sort of different vibe in terms of intensity, yes, but just different type of coach. And, good coach as well and knows how to win, obviously. Congrats to them on that championship.
Yeah. You still you're probably pretty busy now, or maybe you're not busy. No, you're busy because you guys. So let's skip up to. Oh no! Before we skip, let's stick with the college. So, what would you tell a college kid that wants to get to the next level? And we know those statistics are only 1.6.
Yeah.
But you got a undergrad degree, right? And then you get your master's degree. So forget the NFL. What would you tell them about just being in school? I'm imagining what you're gonna say, but go ahead. What would you tell them? We're talking about ball players. Yeah, that's in college. Right now, like you met DJ. What would you tell DJ? He's running track at Concordia. What would you tell DJ?
It's just to do your homework. Just do it. I mean,
you not go to class. Do your homework.
Just do your homework.
Do your homework.
Just do your homework. Just make sure you turn your stuff in on time. Try to turn your stuff in on time.
Right.
The rest of it will come. Like, professors. Some will work with you, some won't. But like, as long as you just turn your stuff in and be on time to stuff and be at the things that you need to be at. Like, don't miss a test or don't miss it. Like, do the stuff. It all sucks. Like, discussion boards, it sucks. The exams, it sucks. It all sucks. Nobody wants to do it.
Right.
But just turn your stuff in and you'll be fine.
Yeah. What do you think about college?
Oof.
Like, let me tell you what I think about college, and then you can answer. Maybe you feel a little bit more open about saying what you really think.
Yeah.
I think other than the maturation process, right? Learning how to get to where you're supposed to be on time, being in control of doing your work when you needed to get it done, like not missing assignments. And because when we were in school, my buddies, they graduated in 6 years if they graduated.
Right.
I graduated in 4. Because they would sleep when they should have been studying, and then when they woke up from sleeping, they would play spades all night, right? Or I'm imagining you guys play video games, and they wouldn't get their work done. So I get my work done instead of sleeping, play spades all night, and then get up and go to class, and they wouldn't get up and go to class. So that was college. I think college teaches you how to think, right? And it's a maturation process. Other than that, unless you're going to be a doctor, a scientist, or something like really intense, I think it's kind of Hoodwink.
Yeah,
It's a scam.
It's a little bit of scam.
It's a little bit of a scam. That's just my 2 cents. What do you think about it?
I think so. I think it teaches you more things than what the degree is for. So like my business degree, like I went to school for business and I've learned, some good things and stuff like that. But I think you learn more for the lifestyle and stuff like that, how to manage your time, how to get stuff done, how to communicate and stuff like that, how to network and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think like going to school, I think you learn things that are outside of your actual classes.
Yeah, they getting you on them books though, bro.
Yeah.
I remember my friends used to steal books.
Yeah.
And when I had to go, I lost a book. Yeah. And they were like, nah, bro, you better. I was on full scholarship. So they gave me the book.
Yeah.
And I lost her. Somebody stole it, whatever. And I had to go replace it. And I found out how much the thing cost.
Yeah.
I was like, man, y'all need to stop stealing people's books. Y'all on full scholarship, stealing people's books and reselling them, man.
Yeah.
So, I did. I started cracking them on the head. That's some bull, man. Them kids, they can't afford them books.
Yeah.
And the books was used.
Yeah. They're ridiculous, man. The books are ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Hopefully everything's on iPad now, or they still got books.
They probably still got books.
Yeah, that's a rip, man. Check. That's a rip.
Yeah. Are you feeling stuck in life and finances? Introducing the 24K Life Code mobile app, your ultimate solution for personal and financial support. Available now on Apple App and Google Play stores. Our app provides online coaching with expert life, business, money, nutrition, and fitness coaches. With over 25 transformative courses, you'll master goal setting, time management, personal money management, and accountability. For less than $1 a day, you gain full access, 365 days a year, to the support you need. Join our thriving community, share your daily wins, and let's build your 24K life together. Download the 24K Life Code mobile app today and start living your best life.
That's a rip. All right, so that's good advice. I believe that is very good advice for college kids. I would tell young people when I do get a chance to talk to them, go to class, sit in the friggin' front, so the professor knows you showed up. So when you suffering, you can go ask for some help, and he knows you were there.
Yeah.
Answer the first or second question, and you ain't gotta know nothing else, right? And at least they know that you're trying, and then they'll help you if you struggle a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's that. And then I would say, look, do your work, like you said, do your homework, do your assignment, show up for your test, and if you need some help, again, they're willing to help you because you at least tried. Yeah. Unlike my friends who, wouldn't try, then they lied that they did try. Yeah. It was just a bunch of bull. So who's the best player, if you could think of one from college, that should have been all universe, but they got by something, bad decisions off the field or didn't make it to school? Anybody stands out in your mind?
I don't think so.
Well, even if they did, we probably shouldn't name them.
Yeah.
That's a bad question. Okay, we'll skip that. So you left Ohio State, you went to Toledo.
Yeah.
You got a master's degree from Toledo.
Yeah.
Right? You followed in your pop's footsteps.
Yeah.
I called you and said, Bowling Green wants you to come, but that was a smart move.
Yeah.
I mean, when I thought about it, I was like, that was a pretty good move because your dad played there.
I didn't even answer the phone when BG called. I'm like, if I'm going to the MAC, I know where I'm going.
All right, but they was all over my ass. Hey, can you get your nephew? I was like, ooh,
no,
that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, no.
So, tell me about your experience at Toledo.
Oh, it's incredible, man. It was. I fell in love with football again. I got to meet some lifelong friends. Mm-hmm. Had some incredible coaches, and just had the opportunity to play in front of the home city.
Yeah.
So got to have my family come to the games and everything. And
dude, first of all, wait, time out, y'all, time out. Your family missed some games?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it didn't matter where you played. Ain't nobody missed your games. But go ahead, that's a good story. Though. Yeah. More family can come to your games. More family. Okay, we'll go with the more family. Because I was just thinking about this morning when I was thinking about the interview. I was like, man, I'm guessing his mom might have missed 3 games since day one.
I think she said 2.
2? So I was close.
Yeah.
Your dad might have missed 3.
Yeah.
And I think I missed maybe 5.
My grandma missed. I think she only missed 2.
Yeah. So yeah, you got the full support. So speaking of that, like even at Ohio State, because it's a big to do at Ohio State. I mean, the parents at Ohio State they worse than you can see where the kids get it from, right?
Yeah.
So I used to feel sorry for some of the kids that didn't have any people there. What was that like? I mean, when I say what was it like, does it really matter if they were there or not, or what?
Yeah, of course it matters. I mean, I think they have Yeah, I mean, you could speak too because you've been there.
Yeah.
I think you guys have a good experience as well. Just you get to see all the different places to travel to, and the different games, and just to see the journey and
to see the vibe of the different schools, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think y'all the craziest though, bro.
Who?
Ohio State's craziest. Not Toledo. Ohio State's the crazy. I mean, they're the most radical that I recall.
They're crazy.
They're intense.
They're crazy.
I'm like, man, these people a little off.
They're crazy, man. They're crazy.
But Toledo was cool though.
Yeah, Toledo's cool.
You played a lot of great football at Toledo.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So when you left Toledo or were leaving Toledo, what was that process like of, saying, okay, well, I'm going to give this a shot? I mean, I really don't have any idea. Like, does somebody call you like an agent and say, hey, we think you should go? Do you start research? I mean, what happens?
Yeah. So you kind of just get the process started. You try to find an agent and stuff like that, and then a place to train, and then just put out that you're going. I knew that, I had a pretty good reputation, from Ohio State and, high school, from high school to Ohio State to having a good years at Toledo, that it was a chance that I get drafted, and if not get drafted, then be a undrafted free agent somewhere and at least get a chance. So got my agent and everything, and then headed down to Florida to start training and stuff like that. And then after our training and stuff like that, we had our pro day at Toledo. And then once that was knocked out, then it was just a waiting game really till draft day. Till draft day.
Yeah. So what do you do with all that time? I mean, you working out every day, all day? You putting in a few hours? What's going on?
Yeah, just working out all day. Like, really? Florida, we were there. It's basically all day from when we get up till I would get home, anywhere from 2 to 5, and then just chill the day. But yeah, just working out every day, trying to maximize my potential for the pro day that we had. Right. And that's kind of all that is until then. And then working out and stay fresh and ready from the draft day till whenever we had to report for OTAs and everything. Yeah.
So you go through that whole process. Was the training worth it? I mean, did you get better?
From the Florida training or just
the Florida training?
Yeah, for sure.
It was worth it?
Yeah, I trained down in Bomeritos in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. There's a bunch of complexes and stuff and people that run, training facilities for NFL players and for people that are training for stuff like that. But yeah, I got better down there for sure.
All right. So so you do the waiting game, draft day comes, you find out you're going to Minnesota. Yeah. The whole family is like, what? Skull. That's right. Skull. Right? So just so everybody understands, it don't matter where he goes. We are instant fans. Like I said, we flip. I know I mentioned Michigan, but we flipped the script fast.
Y'all flip good, man.
So fast. Now, I will tell you, the only gear I bought was the first year. Yeah. I was like, okay, I got enough for the next 4 years.
That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all I needed. I just needed a couple things. Yeah. But you remember when I walked into indoor practice with my 24K shirt on and it was blue and yellow, and everybody started looking at me like,
can't wear blue around
hey,
there.
Dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, can't wear blue around there.
So anyway, so you're Skull and you talk to them, they call you, you got your agent tells you what's what. And so what happens? Do you get in the car and head out, or what do they tell you? What's that conversation like?
Yeah. So the draft happened, and I got a call pretty much right after it. And my agent told me that we're going to Minnesota. And so throughout the rest of that week, you kind of just had communication with Minnesota and stuff like that. And
do they have like a designated person that helps you?
Yeah, navigate all that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we had our set date where we started rookie minicamp. They said just be here by that date and then get ready to go and drive out there.
So they don't care how you get there; they just show up.
Yeah, show up, but they'll help you out.
They help you out.
Yeah.
Like, what about like housing and stuff like that? You never been there before. I mean, you don't know where to go. You start going to what's that commercial? Is Apartments Are Us or something? No,
I don't know.
They have I'm just saying this person will say, okay, well here's where most of the athletes go.
Yeah, so they set up a hotel for us.
Oh, you set up a hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have like a little campus, and they just put people in there for the hotel that people haven't been there or get traded or whatever happens. They just need a place to stay. They'll put you up in a hotel for a couple of days or whatever. And all the rookies and stuff, we were in there till the end of fall camp, really. And so that's how they deal with housing, but they got you on all that stuff, like the flying. If you need to take a flight, if you're going to drive, I just like taking my car everywhere.
Right.
So I drive it, but they'll reimburse you for that. And so they hook you up pretty well and make sure you get there and get set up for the start of it and everything.
That's cool. So they reimburse you for getting there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so you get there and you're going out, you're working out. What's that like? Is it like deer in headlights, like you little kid in awe, or it's just what you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, man.
Okay.
It's just like being a rookie and being undrafted and stuff like that. I know I got to fight for my spot because it's so easy that you can get cut and not be there the next day. And so it's kind of like you got to just put your head down and work, but also that you got to appreciate where you're at.
Right.
Like you essentially work your entire life to get to the NFL and have these opportunities and moments. And so you got to be appreciative of those moments, but also you need to realize it's time to work and you got to keep your position that you're in. So.
Yeah. So the mindset is this is a job, and I need to approach it like a job, or this is business, because it's not personal, but I know I tend to take things personally, or at least I took them more personally. So you get there, is it more like a job?
Yeah.
Is it?
I would say my mindset is
understanding that you never had a job, but it's what you would imagine a job is, because I was surprised that you guys were out there all day.
Yeah.
So you show up. What time are you supposed to show up out there at the facility?
It just depends on what type of season it is, but
let's skip to a season.
Yeah, a season we're there from 8 till about 4 or 5 maybe.
So I think that's what like a lot of people don't get. I think these guys are out just picking their nose and they go out there for a couple hours.
Oh, no.
It ain't like that.
Nah, it ain't like that.
Yeah.
It ain't like that. We had practice, meetings, and more meetings and walkthroughs and practice and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're out there working, and we worked so we can get opportunities like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
do they have prima donnas? They treat certain, like, do they do this in college? They have certain players that are prima donnas that they treat with like kid gloves.
I mean, sometimes
I ain't asking you who. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because I know when I played, we had a couple people that was prima donnas. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean like off the field, like on the field. Don't touch them.
Oh yeah. I mean, some people out there make a lot more money than I do, and so I don't want to mess with any of that.
But how do you show what you got if you can't hit them?
Yeah. I mean, you got to play ball a little bit, and then you just lay off at the end.
At the very end.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that these new football rules, like trying to sack a quarterback and being able to have to pull off when he's letting the ball go, that's reason. I think that shit's unreasonable.
Oh, it's crazy. Well, during practice is different, but
I get that.
In an actual game and stuff like that, all the rules and stuff like that, with pulling up, it's hard, man. It's hard on these players.
Yeah, how do you stop your natural instincts that you've been training for your whole life?
It's hard, man. It's hard with all the rules they're putting in and stuff like that to kind of pull up. But protecting the quarterbacks with that, which I get, they deserve protecting, but there's just a lot of little rules that are hard to stop, just especially being defense and stuff like that. It's hard.
Yeah, I think it's absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that there's certain rules like not hitting them below the knees or going for the knees and different things. There's some things that are cool, but having a guy that runs, as fast as you guys run, as big as you are, that's a lot of inertia to try to change directions at the last second.
It's tough. Yeah.
It's
tough.
But they fine you too if you you get fined. It costs you money too, right?
Yeah.
So how does that go through in your brain? I mean, everything's split second. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You know where you're going. You're reacting to the offense, and then you're supposed to pull up.
Yeah. I think you just got to play and then just try your best not to
do something stupid.
Yeah. Basically. That's I think the best way to do it. Just play hard, and then when you're in one of those situations, you got to try to pull up or do whatever you got to do but you just got to play. It's football. It's a violent sport. You ain't got time to think about that right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you are playing on the Vikings Skol team.
Skol. And
you had great preseason, right? You showed out. It was great. Yeah. It was love.
It was fun.
Right. And then you you get into the season and you're doing your thing. And then what was surprising about like being on an NFL team? Like, I can't wait to tell you what I think is surprising, but go ahead. What was the most like, oh, really? That's what we're going to do. What was the surprising thing that caught you like, oh, okay, it's like that?
I didn't really have any surprising moments, honestly, because everything was so new, and I was just still trying to learn and figure out what was going on and stuff like that, or what we got on. But it's really I would say just the week to week schedules. Like it's so like it's the same every week, but it's like different teams and stuff like that. So the game plans change and everything like that. But what we do is, trying to get better as a team and individually, and the meetings and stuff like that. That's all like concrete and set in stone. But it's just really what changes is the game planning and stuff like that. And so I guess I was surprised of how efficient everything is in that way.
I was surprised at how little y'all hit.
Yeah.
That's what surprised me. Because in my mind, you go for what you know.
Yeah.
And when you're in high school, you never not hit.
Yeah.
Right. And then you get to college and you do what you do. You're doing 2-a-days and maybe the first practice in shorts, but you're still getting a little contact. But you're still hitting almost every day.
Yeah.
And then you get to end the season and you don't hit on like Monday, you hit Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you don't hit on Fridays.
Yeah.
You do your walkthroughs. But you guys hit like once or twice a week, right?
Yeah.
During in season.
Yeah. During season, we only hit once or twice a week. And that was kind of surprising, but like you can see, like, especially after the preseason games and stuff, you be hurting. You be hurting bad.
You're like, why is my left toenail hurting?
Yeah, everything hurts, man. And so it's like you get to the point where it's like you can't really practice like that. I mean, these are grown men hitting each other like as hard as they can. Like you're gonna be sore. You're not gonna be able to do that more than once a week, especially at the beginning of the season and the end of the season.
There's a lot of collisions.
Yeah. So you kind of get used to it and stuff like that. And you can get a lot of work done without
that kind of contact.
Yeah. Especially with professionals and stuff, they know how to pull up and they know how to work with each other and stuff like that to not get anybody hurt and stuff like that. And so it's much more efficient and much health. It's better for your health and everything. And
of course,
just taking off the pads.
Yeah, and you got to be ready for game day too. In case you still be limping because you still.
Yeah.
You need to watch this if you struggle with feeling stuck in life. I'll show you how to get the best version of yourself with the 24K Life Code. The 24K Life Code by Derick Gant isn't just a book, it's your blueprint to extraordinary living. Imagine understanding yourself so deeply that your goals, strengths, and passions become crystal clear. That's the power of. But knowing isn't enough. The next step? It's about turning those insights into deliberate moves that lead you to success. And guess what? It's not as hard as you think. Now let's talk mindset and replaces limiting beliefs with a focus on growth and prosperity. It's about seeing opportunities, not obstacles. Finally, we have align your daily activities with your true values and watch your life transform. The 24K Life Code is your map to financial stability and a life filled with purpose and abundance. Ready to live unapologetically and authentically? Your greatness awaits.
So when I go work out, I'll be limping for 4 or 5 days. I would make it. So speaking of which, how do you all, I watched the, is it Netflix? I think I watched a Netflix special on quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I've seen the quarterback one. I've seen the receiver one. But the quarterback one, man, just looking at what they do, and I'm sure you've heard about how much money LeBron spends to take care of his body. Mm-hmm. What do you do to recover, to take care of your body along the way?
Yeah, I have my own kind of routine. Everybody has their own routine. Mm-hmm. You'll develop it through high school and college and in the league, and just picking up things from different guys and stuff like that. So I have my own routine that I go through before practice and after practice and stuff like that. I like the sauna, I like the tubs, I like Normatec boots. I like all these different things, but you kind of just get a routine to make sure your body's feeling good and stuff like that. And then go forward from there. And my routine's probably not even close to done. Just checking and seeing, even working out now, just picking up new things that make my body feel good and stuff like that, and go from there.
All right. So, so I don't remember what week it was in the season, but you get released from the Vikings.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes later, you get picked up by the Eagles.
Yeah.
What week? I was trying to remember, give or take, what week was that?
I think it was really in the middle of the season.
That's what I thought too.
Like that in the middle of the season.
Yeah. So the cool thing about it was that we were like, well, wait a minute, Minnesota's killing the game.
Yeah.
Philadelphia's killing the game.
Yeah.
But you're like, leave a team that's killing the game, right? They're doing some serious work.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, surprisingly serious work. And the vibe was real cool.
Yeah.
So you get picked up by the Eagles. So what happens? I know you said that there's a person that kind of guides you through the process. I'm assuming the Eagles had the same setup. Mm-hmm. Somebody that says, okay, this is where we are. This is when we need your report and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I just all went through my agent to begin with. He called me and stuff like that and told me that we were going to Philly and everything. And so, packed up and started going. But they told me I had a week before I needed to get there. And so, which was good because I was driving. It was 16 hours. And so I got to drive down. I stopped through Toledo and got everything acquainted and everything. And then made the other 8-hour drive to Philly.
Okay. So you get there, and what was in your opinion, what was the difference in the vibe, if we can say vibe, the energy level, the intensity levels, or what was the difference between the Vikings and the Eagles?
It was good. I mean, it was at the point where I was just I'm still undrafted rookie and stuff like that. And so I'm just trying to still find my way as well. And I'm going to this team with new people and new coaches and everything. And they're in the middle of their season. And so I'm just trying to.
Yeah, so they ain't got time to stop and show you the way.
They ain't got time to do all that. And so I'm just trying to, learn where I can learn and get acquainted where I can get acquainted. But everybody there was welcoming and everything like that. And the coaches were awesome. The players were awesome. And seeing a familiar face, Quinyon.
You had to tell everybody about that.
Yeah, that was crazy. So Quinyon Mitchell got drafted in the first round from Toledo. I played with him for the past 2 years. And so it was cool to kind of rejoin him and see a familiar face that's doing so well. I ended up having, the best, I think, in my opinion, the best defensive rookie season this year. And he's going to be a great player going forward. And so it was good to see a familiar face around and somebody that was already so well acquainted. And
kind of give you a little bit of inside scoop.
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, don't let that dude cut your hair.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's cool. So you get there. I have a question. How do you, I got a question like there's other people here asking questions. So how do you go through the process of learning a whole new scheme?
Yeah.
Quickly?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Just one-on-one time and just going through it. I mean, you learn from, I'm in all the meetings and everything with everybody else. And so you kind of just learn from watching. You watch a lot of film and coaches are talking, you kind of pick up what you can pick up. And then also one-on-one time with the coaches and trying to learn from them and everything and asking the appropriate questions. And I still don't have it down to a T, but learned enough to where I can, I know what's going on. And so you kind of just keep learning as you go and pick it up as you go.
Okay. Obviously it's doable, but it's just amazing that you 1 week you're in one team and the next week you're in a different team, 2 different schemes.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. So you just do what you do. See, I think you're lucky because you're really smart. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I know other guys do it too. But, I wonder how much they struggle to pick up things. I was thinking about it from my perspective, as a receiver, holy shit, that would be.
It's tough.
That would be tough.
Yeah, but that's where you go home and you study and you look at the film.
And everything's on your iPad.
Everything's on your iPad. So you got your playbook and your film and everything. And so you just, if something you don't understand, just look at it, ask questions later.
Okay.
When you get to the facility or whatever, and just keep watching and figure it out.
All right. So I got some footage, and we're going to show it right here of your first game. You was warming up on the sideline, getting your jumps in, ready. Yeah. What was that like?
That was fun.
Wasn't that amazing?
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Dude, we was so amped. I think your dad lost his voice.
Yeah.
So you were amped, man. What was the mindset? What were you thinking when you were like, I'm getting ready to go in?
Yeah. It's just, you got to appreciate that, man. Yeah. The first game, I was very grateful, just to be on an NFL field and playing in an NFL game and playing for Philly, such a great organization. And so you got to be appreciative, but also you got to do your job. And so,
right.
So you go out there and, believing in yourself and what you got going on and what got you here, and that you're capable.
Right.
That's the main thing. And then just going out there and having fun.
Yeah, that confidence.
Yeah. You just have that confidence that I've already done it. And so having that confidence and going out there and doing your job. And so that's why it was so fun.
So do you use any visualization techniques, or do you just go out there and what I'm saying is just your first game, or it's your second game. Do you sit back and think about okay, I'm here, I got to be here. If they go here, I got to be here. Or do you just show up and ready.
You just show up. There's no time to be thinking about that.
I don't mean on the game. I mean like when you're at home.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there thinking it through. Like, okay, I'm gonna be on this side.
Yeah.
And
you definitely go through it, especially through film and stuff like that.
So your visualization is really on the iPad. And you're just making sure you got there.
You're not even a lot. You watch the film and stuff like that, and you see who you're going against and everything like that, and then you kind of just think about it in your own time, and kind of think about how if he does this, I'm gonna do this, and kind of just going through it in your head and stuff like that. But when it comes time to play, then all that goes away.
Instincts.
Instincts and playing ball, man.
Yeah. What do you think about the technology? Like have you heard about the technology like Jaden Daniels uses to prepare for games?
Like the on the board.
He's like some virtual game, VR stuff.
That's cool, man.
Isn't that cool?
That's cool. Yeah.
I think he's been using it since he was at LSU. I think there's something to it.
Yeah.
Because he had a friggin' great year as a rookie.
Great year.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that that's a new way to do your visualization in real time without actually taking the hits, without actually having a real life interception, those type of things.
Yeah. One of the coolest things I've seen is they get like a big screen, and you can stand up and you kind of can go through your steps as a linebacker. Really? Yeah, you'll have your O-line in front of you and stuff like that. You can literally get up and just do your steps as a linebacker. That's one of the coolest.
That is
things.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, forget simulated golf. We need one of them machines.
They had an OSU too. It was cool.
Did they have an OSU too?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had it.
See, that's stuff we don't know. That's why I'm interviewing. We have stuff we don't even know about. They didn't tell me about that one. All right, I just got a few more for you. So, we got to get to the big game. So you're playing, you get there halfway through the season. You guys keep winning. You had I think a loss or two.
They lost one time.
Like you lost one, and then you're winning. So you get to the playoff game, you win that. Super exciting. Just tell us about your vibe all the way through going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. We got all our playoff games at home, and then New Orleans for the Super Bowl. It was crazy, man, because you realize when you're in it how good your team is and stuff like that they have a real chance of winning the whole thing, and an expectation to win the whole thing, really.
Right.
And so it's cool to go out in every game and see what the guys did and everything, and it's really special stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was there anything that was surprising, like I didn't go, so I'm like that's too much craziness. I got to make such a big decision in a small window, and it's too crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it at home.
Yeah.
So I would imagine the crowds and the people are amped up from everywhere.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was crazy.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
But being at home at Philly was fun because the Philly fans are awesome. I love Philly, and I love their fans. And they were insane. Then going to New Orleans and seeing everybody with the Super Bowl vibe and everything. Everybody's crazy. Everybody's ready to go. And it was so loud in that stadium. It was awesome.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Well, man, everybody in our circle is so proud of you. Let me ask you a couple interesting questions as far as I'm concerned. When you're playing at the highest level, and most people know what most people in the NFL are making because it's public. And I don't want to talk about how much you're making. I just want to know your opinion about the money. Like what do you think about were you surprised at how things go? Are you sitting here trying to figure out as a rookie why so many guys go broke? I mean, what's your thoughts about the money side?
It's real money. It's real deal money.
It's real money.
It's real deal money. I think that we're just so appreciative. A lot guys need to be appreciative of how much money that they're getting and everything like that. Obviously, my pay is a little bit different than the other guys with being on a practice squad and everything, but it's good money, and so you can help a lot of lives and you can help a lot of people with that kind of money and stuff like that. And so the money's real and it's worth the work that we put in.
Okay, so here's a question I ask all athletes. I asked this to Jimmy Jackson, and I was surprised by his answer. But I asked to a lot of athletes that I know that have performed at a lot of levels. So it's not a whole lot of people. But do you love to win or hate to lose?
I hate to lose.
I'm telling you, I hate to lose.
Yeah, I hate to lose. I can't. Yeah, I hate to lose.
Jimmy said he loved to win.
Did he?
I'm like, dude, you don't hate losing. He said, everybody hates losing, but I love to win.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I guess that's the positive side of what we're talking about. So there's no wrong answer.
Are you feeling stuck in life and finances? Introducing the 24K Life Code mobile app, your ultimate solution for personal and financial support. Available now on Apple App and Google Play stores. Our app provides online coaching with expert life, business, money, nutrition, and fitness coaches. With over 25 transformative courses, you'll master goal setting, time management, personal money management, and accountability. For less than $1 a day, you gain full access, 365 days a year, to the support you need. Join our thriving community, share your daily wins, and let's build your 24K life together. Download the 24K Life Code mobile app today and start living your best life.
24K Life, we talk about mindset, right? Most people think, 24K Life, she's teaching people how to get rich. Well, I'm teaching people how to manage their money, how to prioritize their health, how to stay fit, how to have the proper mindset, because mindset sets everything in motion.
Sure.
So given that you are a defensive player, when y'all mindsets are way different, right? You guys are looking for it to inflict some stuff, but everybody else is looking to avoid it.
Yeah.
So what if you could construct a universal or 24K life mindset for success, what would be the ingredients?
I would say faith for number one.
Okay.
Whatever that may inquire. A lot of people have different whatever they got going on.
Yeah, definitions of faith, but believing.
But belief
Okay.
in something. I believe in God and everything. And so that's gotten me to this point and given me the opportunities that I have, but also faith in yourself and belief in yourself that, that you're capable,
right,
and that you're able, and that the opinions of others have no effect on what you can do yourself with hard work and talent that God's given you and everything like that. And so I would say faith in that way. I would say discipline. You got to be able to discipline yourself and see all these outside factors that are coming in and stuff like that, and be able to know that I'm going this way and this is what's going to get me to where I need to be, and be disciplined in that fashion, and what you eat, what you consume in your mind, and everything. There's so many outside distractions that you need to learn to be disciplined. The last thing I would say is probably consistency. Is probably super important. Like if you're great one day and then you suck the next day, then no coach is going to trust you. No person is going to trust you really. If you're great one day and there's a bunch of high and lows and how you act and stuff like that. But if you it's consistent in your work ethic, you stay consistent in all facets of your life, then that's just going to bring you to what you've been doing. And so you can have a good day, you can have a bad day, but just the fall off can't be so big, right? And so
that is that noticeable.
That is that noticeable and stuff like that, especially in football.
I bet.
The consistency just
sports.
Sports.
Professional sports.
Yeah.
Or even college for that matter, but definitely professional.
Yeah, sports. You just got to be at a consistent level where you know what you're going to get. Your coach knows what he's going to get. It might be up or down a little bit, but like they know that when you go out on that field or ice or court or whatever it is, that you're going to be who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I noticed something about you when I talked to you briefly after the Super Bowl. You were excited to come home and train.
Yeah.
So what you got planned is going to level you up for going into the next training camp?
Man, I'm just excited to get better, man.
That's what I'm saying. You were just like, okay, I'm excited.
Oh man, I'm just excited, man. It's once you see, like, experience it for your first year, and you realize that like I really belong here, and I need to be doing this, and you kind of see the facets of your game that you need to work on and stuff like that. You kind of just get excited, man. And I'm just excited that the completion of a great first year, a great start, but I'm just excited of all the things that I believe that I'm capable of, and with the support system and everything I got around me, I'm just excited about that opportunity of getting better as a human being, as a person, and as a player.
Okay, how old are you?
24.
Okay, so check this out. Dude is 24. I used to make his breakfast and take his ass to school. I have never heard him say, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked the question you all. You might think, well, he's supposed to be. No. Yeah. This dude is when he was in high school, we was trying to think of nicknames. I gave him the nickname Easy D.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I gave him the nickname Easy D because he don't get riled. He's cool as a cucumber. So to have him talk about his excitement means that his dad and I, and his mom, I'm sure, we can't wait to see what's coming next because he's excited We already know he's capable. He's proven he's capable. Before we leave, I want you to tell me. I got two more things. I want to rattle off these championships. So your freshman year at Ohio State, you guys did. They may not be in order, but what were they?
Rose
Bowl,
and we got the Big Ten championship.
Big Ten championship.
That's the first year. That's your freshman year.
So you got two the first year. Okay, go ahead.
The sophomore year, I think we lost that year, maybe. But we won the Big Ten again, I think.
You won the Big Ten again, championship.
And then I think we lost to Clemson that year.
Okay.
That was, 19? Or just at 20?
I don't know. It don't matter. We just trying to rattle off the championships. I was trying to help everybody understand what a champion looks like.
I can't forget these.
See? He got so many he can't remember them all.
I forget these.
But it culminated.
We won the Cotton or something against Clemson.
Cotton Bowl?
Yeah. I think we won the Cotton Bowl. We lost in the national championship.
Yeah.
Toledo won a MAC championship in a Boca Raton Bowl championship, and then probably another Big Ten in there somewhere. I think we won 2 or 3 Big Tens, or something like that. I got 4 college rings.
4 college rings, and he didn't bring any to the interview. 4 college rings, and he's got a Philadelphia Eagles helmet that he didn't bring. That's okay. It's okay. We're gonna interview him again one day. Yeah. So we'll bring all the gear to the next interview, and then you culminated all that with what?
The big one.
A Super Bowl,
the
big
one. So 4 college and the big one.
And I got my little itty bitty Bowling Green ring, right? All of his one of his rings could go over this ring because those rings nowadays are just huge.
They're big.
All right, can you grab that Sharpie for me?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I'm gonna have you sign these helmets, and we're going to give one away to charities. There's a charity out there that wants to raffle off a helmet. So if you have a charity that you would like to submit to have an Ohio State helmet signed by a rock star, we'll send it to you. The next one, I don't know what we're going to do with this one. We're just going to keep it for a second. We'll figure it out later. But we're going to auction off. We're not going to auction off. We're going to give the helmet away as a benefit to a charity because that's what we love to do is give back. He already told you. Faith first. So that's what we're going to do with that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Does that work?
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll have you sign the other one later. So, all right, man. I'm so proud of you. I love you. And I appreciate living vicariously through all your success.
Yes, sir.
All right, be well. You. Hey, I'm Derick Gant. Be your best. Bring your best. Leave nothing to chance.